name's Becky. I've been having some trouble uploading the other oracle readings that I did for the second half of the zodiac, so I'm just going to try with this video doing a more daily general self-care oracle spread. Moved inside because it's raining. Being an island in the middle of the North Sea, it's to be expected. This is Sky. I'm just going to take a moment to sage your energy, my energy, spaces, angel spirits and ancestors. Please protect us and guide us to our highest good. Throw a little rosemary on that as well. I'm using the turquoise to charge the oracle cards. Angels, spirits, and ancestors, please guide us to what we need to hear this weekend, or whenever you see this message. Spirits and ancestors, please guide us to our highest good this weekend. Good girl, lie down. Or whenever you see this message. Please guide us to our highest good. And whenever we see this message. Angels, spirits, and ancestors, thank you. We have expressed gratitude for what was possible today instead of thinking negatively about what you could not achieve. So, being a Saturday, maybe you're kind of beating yourself up because you didn't get as much done in the week as you were hoping to get. But, just think back to the things that you did get done. Remind yourself that you are doing well enough, you are doing good enough. We are all doing the best we can with the cards that we're dealt. Don't, let that negative side of you diminish what you have managed to get done. A woman who honors her body as the sacred temple of the spirit of life. So, taking care of yourself, spending some time this weekend, or whenever you get this message, doing some self-care, have something healthy, grab a smoothie rather than another coffee, drink plenty of water. I am a rare and precious find. My brilliance is reflected back to me when I'm with my true match. So remind yourself that you are a rare and precious find. We are all beautiful and unique in our own ways. So yeah, it's really just this feeling of not doing enough, not being enough. It's, it's telling you, express gratitude for what you have done. Remind yourself of the good you have done, the things you have achieved. Don't focus on the negatives. Train your brain back into focusing on the positives. Sort of tell yourself 5 things that you feel good about having gotten done this week. You've taken care of yourself, you made some healthy choices, you got jobs off your list done. Doesn't matter if you got all the jobs ticked off, just, you're working through these things. And reminding yourself, when you keep reminding yourself of that, when you keep reminding yourself that you are doing, you are moving forwards, you are making the choices for your highest good, that is rare. To consistently choose to move forwards and not just stay in your comfort zone, to get out of that comfort zone and push yourself, because that's where the growth is, that's where, life comes alive. I'm using the red jasper to charge my Witch's Kitchen deck. This is my favourite deck. What could we use? What can we use to help us this weekend or whenever we get this message? We have ginger. So, ginger's good for, definitely good for morning sickness. It's a heat food, so if you are into sort of chi balancing, then it is something that if you have a lot of cold energy within you, that you can use to raise your heat. It's really good in like a basic stir fry, just a bit of chili, ginger, garlic. Fry that up with whatever vegetables, meat, fish, and rice, and that is just a really nice balance, like simple, healthy, meal that you can make, doing something that honors your body. What does it say for ginger? My knobbly root turns up the heat. Add to dishes a spicy treat. Lack of zeal has left you sour. Now stand strong, be in your power. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be. There, it is done. If you found that your magical abilities have waned lately, or you wish to add more piquancy to your spell work, then allow me to assist. My forceful and fiery influence will help you to accelerate the results you desire, for the power of my root has been revered since ancient times. When someone tries to overshadow you, when you are down or bullied, your personal power fades. You get that cold energy. Your chi starts to become imbalanced. Add some ginger magic into your world and turn up the heat. I will bring you the confidence to live up to your full potential. As your power increases, together we shall combat nightmares, incite passion and heal physical ailments such as stomach and digestive problems. My medicinal properties offer anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects for healing the body, as well as spicing up your culinary delights in the kitchen. So again, it's good for relieving heartburn, motion sickness, morning sickness. I have used it with both my children, colds and flu. using the desert rose stone for my Osho deck. What messages do we need to hear? What messages? Oh, shoot. What messages do we need to hear? 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 What messages do we need to hear, Spirit? Angels, spirits and ancestors, please guide me to messages that will help the collective. Angels, spirits and ancestors, what messages do the collective need to hear? What messages of self-care do they need? Thank you, Spirit. We have traveling, breakthrough, and courage. Let me find a book to see what it has to say about these. The tiny figure moving on the path through this beautiful landscape is not concerned about the goal. He or she knows that the journey is the goal. The pilgrimage itself is the sacred place. Each step on the path is important in itself. When this card appears, it indicates a time of movement and change. It may be a physical movement from one place to the next, or an inner movement from one way of being to another. But whatever the case, this card promises that the going will be very easy and it will bring a sense of adventure and growth. There is no need to struggle or plan too much. The travelling card also reminds us to accept and embrace the new, just as when we travel to another country with a different culture and environment than the one we are accustomed to. This attitude of openness and acceptance invites new friends and experiences into our lives. It's just saying this, there is no final destination, just the journey. Embrace the journey. Express gratitude for what is now. Let's take time to be in the moment, in the time, in the place that you are, in the space that you're in. Appreciate each step of the journey. Yes, it might be great to go somewhere else, but or to be at the end point that you're striving for, to have reached a point where you are reaching the goals that you've set for yourself. But take time to express gratitude for how far you've come, for each step you're taking, for where you are. Kind of zoom out a bit and realize how far along that path you have already come, and that will help motivate you to keep making those steps forwards to where you want to get to. It's kind of, sometimes we're rushing so hard to reach our goals, to get to the final outcome, that we forget that the journey is the experience. Getting there is half the fun. Stop and smell the flowers. Take some time to do some, get your phone out, do some photography of the things that you see around you. Take pictures of the flowers. Notice the ladybirds climbing up the stalks of the roses, really just slow down, stop pushing so hard to get to the next and the next and the next. Next we have breakthrough. The predominance of red in this card indicates at a glance that its subject is energy, power, and strength. The brilliant glow emanates from the solar plexus, or center of power on the figure, and the posture is one of exuberance and determination. All of us occasionally reach a point where enough is enough. At such times, it seems we must do something, anything, even if it later turns out to be a mistake, to throw off all the burdens and restrictions that are limiting us. If we don't, they threaten to suffocate or cripple our very life energy. If you are now feeling that enough is enough, allow yourself to take the risk of shattering the old patterns and limitations that have kept your energy from flowing. In doing so, you will be amazed at the vitality and empowerment this breakthrough can bring to your life. To transform breakdowns into breakthroughs is the whole function of a master. The psychotherapist simply patches you up. That is their function. They are not there to transform you. You need a meta-psychology, the psychology of the Buddhas. It is the greatest adventure in life to go through a breakdown consciously. It is the greatest risk because there is no guarantee that the breakdown will become a breakthrough. It does become, but these things cannot be guaranteed. Your chaos is very ancient. For many, many lives you have been in chaos. It is thick and dense. It is almost a universe in itself. So when you go into it with your small capacity, of course there is danger. But without facing this danger, nobody has ever become integrated. Nobody has ever become an individual, indivisible. Zen, or meditation, is the method that will help you go through the chaos, through the dark night of the soul, balanced, disciplined, and alert. The dawn is not far away, but before you can reach the dawn, the dark night has to be passed through. And as the dawn comes closer, the night will become darker. I'm really getting the sense that, you've been going on a really long journey. You may have lost some of your faith in yourself, in what you're trying to achieve, that it's not happening fast enough. But you've just got to stop and express gratitude for how far you've come, what you have achieved, where you have gotten to so far. Recognize that, sit, slow down, smell the flowers, find a space outside in nature that you can sit and just breathe. Take some big calming deep breaths to a method called square breathing. I find really helpful if you're not that into meditation. You can do where you sit, you calm, you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. Square breathing. It's really helped me when I've gone through difficult times that have left me reeling, to just sit and get back to a calm space where you can recognize that, you know, you are doing well, you are reaching the places that you want to reach. It might be slower, you know, that whole like divine timing, which, you know, can be frustrating as fuck, but, you know, it's just, things will happen in their own time. That is outside of your control. All you can control is your own response to things. So take some time, sit, chill, go out in nature, do some breathing, and then open your eyes and really notice how much more vibrant the colours are, how, you know, busy the nature is around you. Kind of try and block out the, you know, traffic if you live in the city, you know, just try and block those things out and just look around you at the small little, you know, ladybirds, bumblebees flying around, the way that the wind is blowing through the flowers or the trees if you go to a nice park. You know, just really take some time to just stop, get yourself centered again, and realize you've come a long way. You are doing things, you are taking the right steps. Even if it's not happening fast enough, that doesn't mean that it's not happening. It's something that I need to hear quite a lot. And then we have courage. When we are faced with very difficult situation, we have a choice. We can either be resentful, trying to find somebody or something to blame for the hardships, or we can face the challenge and grow. The flower shows us the way, as its passion for life leads it out of the darkness and into the light. There is no point fighting against the challenges of life, or trying to avoid or deny them. They are there, and if the seed is to become the flower, it must go through them. Be courageous enough to grow into the flower you are meant to be. So keep moving forwards, you know, eyes front. Just keep moving forwards, keep taking the steps, keep making yourself do things that, you know, are, if you're setting up new habits, if, you know, going out and taking that time just for you, you know, leave the kids, leave the work, leave the, you know, all of the things, and take even just 5, 10, 15 minutes to go to a green space, sit down, ground yourself, say, you know, hand on your heart saying, you know, please ground the negative energies and help me to grow with the positive energies. Do some breathing and just open your eyes and sit and just look at all this life that's going on around you. That, you know, these beautiful flowers growing, these bees and ladybirds, and, you know, I was sat in the park today and I sat to, you know, just stop, breathe. I felt something on my leg and I looked down and there was a tiny little ladybird larvae climbing on my leg. So I picked him back up and put him on a flower, and then just sat and watched, you know, all this beautiful life around me that is just going on doing its thing, that is not concerned about money or big houses, whether they're, you know, eyebrows are on fleek, whether you've got all your makeup on, whether, you know, none of it matters. You know, just kick your shoes off, put your feet in some grass or some sand, and just say, please ground these negative energies. And then come home and make yourself a stir fry with some ginger and some garlic and some chili. And, you know, you don't have to use a lot of chili, just a little bit, but it's like the you know, the triad of Asian cooking. So you just put a little bit of those in whatever vegetables that you want. If you're, you know, carnivore, omnivore, then add a little bit of, you know, what you would prefer. You know, maybe some soy sauce. You get that, feeling good about the fact that you've made something from scratch. You have done something that day. You haven't just like grabbed something and chucked it in. Just, slowing down, taking the time to prepare a healthy meal for yourself. It really can help when you're having these low moments, when everything's kind of racing around you, just to stop and, even my kids enjoy a really nice, clean stir fry like that. The seed cannot know what is going to happen. The seed has never known the flower, and the seed cannot even believe that it has the potential to become a beautiful flower. Long is the journey, and it is always safer not to go on that journey, because unknown is the path. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing can be guaranteed. 1,001 are the hazards of the journey, many are the pitfalls, and the seed is secure, hidden inside a hard core. But the seed tries, it makes an effort, it drops the hard shell that is its security. It starts moving. Immediately the fight starts, the struggle with the soil, with the stones, with the rocks. The seed was very hard, and the sprout will be very, very soft, and the dangers will be many. There was no danger for the seed. The seed could have survived for millennia. But for the sprout, the dangers are many. But the sprout starts toward the unknown, toward the sun, toward the source of light, not knowing where, not knowing why. Great is the cross to be carried, but a dream possesses the seed, and the seed moves. Get out of your comfort zone. What is it that scares you? Do that. Keep doing it till it doesn't scare you anymore. Then find the next thing and the next thing. Keep moving along that path. So I just really, get this sense of just exhaustion from a long journey, from things not panning out how you'd hoped, not working out the way or as quickly as you wanted them to be working out, but you just have to keep taking steps forward. Me starting this channel, it's slow, but hopefully slow and steady will take me forwards. I just feel the need to share this that I do that helps me. I've been through some pretty heavy energies in the last year or two. I nearly died from an operation. I had a bout of psychosis, and I've had to work through those things. I still have things to work through. I'm still not where I would like to be, but I have to appreciate how far I have come already, how far I am from where I was a year ago. Just sometimes it really is just digging in, eyes front, keep moving forwards, get out your comfort zone, just even if it's just for 5 minutes. So I have the Rainbow Aura Stone for something a little more fun. This is deck of cards, but I have some old English gypsy rhymes that go with the cards, so I'm going to do one for us. Angels, spirits and ancestors, please guide me. Please guide me. One card, please. One card, please. Thank you. Okay, we have the Ten of Hearts. Triumph in all things near at hand. Spread the good word throughout the land. So in the old days, they would have had rhymes attached to the cards before the tarot was created. Within each tribe, you would have had different sayings, all kind of basically the same purpose between. each card, like they had similarities, but the one that I have is from a northern gypsy tribe. So again, triumph in all things at hand. Spread the good word throughout the land. So I got a couple of fun cards just to finish us off. So from the Calming Oracle deck, we got for a spirit. What do we need to hear? What will help us? What will help us to hear? What will help us to hear? You'll know when you've found your soulmate. Believe in yourself and the rest will come. Let your love grow, flourish like a beautiful garden. Last card. This one's a bit of a fun deck. What do we need to hear, Spirit? What do we need to hear? What do we need to hear? Decide your vibe. It attracts your tribe. Express gratitude for how far you've already come along this journey. Open that heart chakra. Open your heart. Allow yourself to slow down enough that you can feel the love that's already around you. Honor your temple. Spend some time in nature. It's not. Pardon me. Spend some time in nature. Get out there. Enjoy some sunshine. Do some breathing. Close your eyes. Breathe. Open your eyes, and really appreciate the vibrancy that's around you. And just remember, raise your heat a little bit, because the vibe you're on attracts the tribe that will come. Okay? And triumph in all things near at hand. Spread the good word throughout the land. You're not as far away from the, goals that you've set yourself as you think you are. But spend some time to just ground yourself. Be grateful for all the things that have gotten you to where you are already, how far you've already come, how much work you've already put in. Really appreciate how much you've done that, and that will help raise that heat level within you, raise yourself up. Okay, so have a good rest of your weekend.